To all the families who have fallen victim to this imported insecurity, we express the solidarity of the Republic of Niger. We recognize the pain and hardship you have experienced and want you to know that the nation stands with you in unity and support during these difficult times. When I speak of imported security threats, I know exactly what I'm talking about. The adversary, also known as the enemy. Ask yourself this important question. How is it that states which are structured and organized with all the necessary components to ensure their continued survival still face ongoing and persistent difficulties in renewing, updating, and modernizing their equipment and better ensuring, maintaining, and safeguarding their security? A permanent supply for the defense and security forces. When we see these mercenaries, it is not just a few of them making changes. We are witnessing them changing motorcycles by the thousands, which is a significant number. They are also changing their equipment, and not just in small amounts, but by the tens of thousands, showing a massive scale of operation. Despite all of this, we are still supposed to believe that no organization, group, or entity is supporting or backing these fighters. It is difficult to accept that such large-scale and coordinated activities could happen without some form of organized assistance, yet that is what we are being asked to believe of our generation. It goes without saying that they clearly benefit from the ongoing support of the very same sponsors who originally brought them into our Sahelian region, who have supervised and overseen them in our Sahelian region, and who still continue to equip and provide them with resources in our Sahelian region. This is a fact. This is an irrefutable fact. The adversaries. Some will say that we have pointed the finger at the imperialist powers. But this is a blatant and undeniable reality that cannot be ignored. Remember, for example, when it came to the withdrawal of French forces from our territory, the French command, through their established command structure and their political authorities, tried to pressure us so that the withdrawal would take place through a neighboring country, which is Benin. We know very well what intention lies behind the desire to withdraw to Benin. The French authorities, by insisting on this route, clearly had motives that were not in our best interest, and it is important to recognize the underlying reasons for their preference. Their actions were not simply logistical, but rather reflected a broader strategy and intention that we must be vigilant about. Just a stone's throw from our territory. We had previously said that the withdrawal of French troops would take place through Chadian territory, crossing a large part of our national territory, but ultimately exiting into Chad, and then heading wherever they wished from there. To our great surprise, go and check for yourselves today. Right now, as I speak to you, at Turu Airport. Turu is an airport with a runway of 3,300 meters, located at most 15 to 20 kilometers west of Parakou. You will see at Turu in the W region and also in the Penjari area all of the forces that we expelled through our territory and across the border with the brother country of Chad, which is a nation that has always maintained a close and friendly relationship with us, ended up, or perhaps may have ended up, on Beninese territory. It is now the time for those individuals who still think that we simply like to point fingers at others to finally wake up and truly understand the unwavering determination, the strong will, and the persistent intention of France to destabilize us and undermine our stability. This is the truth, and we will never stop saying it. Just the day before yesterday, there was an amphibious helicopter carrier, specifically called Tonnerre, that docked at the autonomous port of Cotonou, which is a major and important port. On board, there are thousands of French soldiers. They'll tell you it's just an exercise. But how many ports are more suitable than the Beninese port for conducting this kind of thing? As far as I know, and up to now, this must be the 10th landing via amphibious helicopter carriers. On December 7th, there was another one, and we are monitoring them regularly. They must be on their 10th landing in Cotonou. Officers, non-commissioned officers, enlisted soldiers, engineers who are responsible for construction, and gendarmes, National Guards, dedicated peacekeepers, vigilant customs officers, and experienced forestry agents. In the name of the Republic, of the sovereign people, I sincerely congratulate you and say thank you for your hard work. Thank you very much. On behalf of the delegation accompanying me here today, thank you to my own man. Sacrifices, truly enormous sacrifices, have been made time and again by those who love and cherish our homeland. These acts of selflessness and courage have helped to keep our beloved Niger standing tall, holding firm and proud, even in the face of great adversity and persistent challenges. Indeed, for more than 10 challenging years, we have been continuously facing insecurity that has been brought in and firmly established within our Sahelian region. This insecurity, against which all of the defense and security forces have mobilized and taken action to resist, remains a significant concern. At first, initially, it was intense and determined resistance before we managed to turn things around and regain the initiative, which we have maintained ever since. Indeed, the visible results that we see today are truly the outcome of enormous sacrifices made by all the defense and security forces, with the steadfast support and assistance of the resilient people of our Nigerian territory first, and then at the confederal level. In the name of all these martyrs, both from the defense and security forces and among civilians, we pray to Allah that the souls may rest in eternal peace and that He grants them His mercy and compassion. To all the families who have fallen victim to this imported insecurity, we express the heartfelt solidarity of the Republic of Niger. When I speak of imported insecurity, I know exactly what I am talking about. The adversary, the opponent, the enemy. Ask yourself this important question. How is it that structured and organized states with all the necessary components to ensure their continued survival still face difficulties in renewing their equipment and in better ensuring permanent, reliable, and consistent equipment and supplies for the defense and security forces? When we see these mercenaries, these hired soldiers, changing motorcycles by the thousands, exchanging and upgrading their vehicles and motorcycles in such large numbers, changing equipment by tens of thousands, replacing and acquiring new gear and tools at an astonishing rate, and yet no organization, no official body, no recognized institution, according to what they want us to believe, is supposedly not backing these fighters of our generation. It goes without saying that they clearly benefit from the ongoing support of the very same sponsors who originally implanted them in our Sahelian region, who carefully trained them in our Sahelian region, and who still continue to equip them in our Sahelian region. This is a truth, and an undeniable and irrefutable truth. The adversaries, the mercenaries, are currently being supported by the Western powers that we all know. We will never stop saying this so that those who support them know that we are aware and that we will take measures to provide them with an appropriate response. Since July 26, 2023, we have truly understood, and all the defense and security forces have fully understood, supported by the resilient and steadfast people of Niger, that our security, our defense, is a profound moral obligation of our defense and security forces. This important obligation, which is of utmost significance, requires the unwavering and steadfast support of the government so that our dedicated forces can effectively and efficiently carry out the missions and responsibilities entrusted to them, missions which are well known and recognized by all citizens. It is essential that they are able to regain the initiative, maintain the initiative, and ultimately rid our beloved national territory of all these criminals, mercenaries, and their sponsors who threaten our peace and security. God willing and with determination, this is a solemn vow. The state will not, under any circumstances, fail in the support and assistance it must provide at all times to all of our defense and security forces, ensuring they have the resources, encouragement, and backing necessary to fulfill their vital duties. But for the fight to be more effective, the defense and security forces must learn to know the adversary, to know the enemy, to understand their methods of operation.